What's up, guys? We got a 2020 Toyota RAV4 here. We're gonna replace the battery. So if the winter comes around the corner and your car doesn't want to start properly, most likely it's your battery. Always try to jump in and see what it is. But anyways, we have a battery here. This is 42-month warranty, AC Delco 47G. That's the group. This is 650 cold cranking amps, 115 RC. So the one that's coming out of is 560. Does it say cold cramping? I can't see any of this stuff. But anyways, very simple procedure. I'm gonna put my camera down so you guys can see. So we're gonna take this deep extension. We're gonna remove that 12mm down there that holds the battery down. We got 10mm that we're gonna loosen here. We're gonna loosen this, and we're gonna squeeze this. This comes out of the way. We got a 10mm over here. I might get a gear wrench because this is not gonna fit there. Anyways, we are gonna put a jump box to this, so I'm gonna put it on positive and on negative. That way the car has power all the time once the battery is removed. The reason is, if you don't do that, your throttle body is gonna lose idle. Once you take out the battery, put a new battery in, it's gonna start and everything, but it might start and die. Then if that happens, no worries. Time to do a little bit extra now. You need to open up this air duct, clean the throttle, and see how it performs. And if it still doesn't perform properly, then do an idle relearn, which means put the car in neutral, start it up, and let it just sit there. And everything has to be off, and let it just sit there. Put some blocks on the wheels. Don't press the brake, but don't let the car roll either. Be really, really safe. And recreate the idle. It'll take about 20 minutes. Just let it run with everything off. AC, lights, wiper, everything off. Anyways, let's start to change this battery. Okay, so we're gonna start with this, connecting the jump box. So I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna clamp this somehow, some way to this positive here. That way it can just kind of give that a power. And what I'm gonna do is, for negative, I'm gonna just attach it to negative over there. Perfect, beautiful. So let's start off by prepping first, meaning let's take off, because we're not going to take out the terminals yet, so we'll just get this out of the way first. So I'm going to go down there. That 12mm I showed you guys, I am going to remove that first. So again, this cannot touch this here because you will short circuit there. So make sure you don't touch, this extension doesn't touch here. Okay, problem. To go straight at it, we need this space. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this little guy, and we're gonna connect this right here to this. I had it once, the freaking so okay, I'm all over right now. So we need to take out the negative first. So I'm gonna take off the negative first, and what I'm gonna do with the negative is make sure this doesn't come off. You know what, I'm gonna ground this somewhere on the chassis. I'm gonna just put it on the engine mount on this side. That way we have no issues. Okay, because this thing is kind of seized in. If that's the case, we're gonna open that up a little bit. With a flathead screwdriver, we're gonna open this up. Just like that. You see how I opened up and it moved? Yeah. It's kind of caught on pretty tight. Let me open it a little bit more. That's pretty loose. So right now, it should come off. It's kind of crunched into it. They did a pretty good job of creating that terminal there. It's a great job by Toyota. Making a nice solid terminal, but no space to work around. Pretty much that terminal kind of crunches in on the terminal, and it squeezes and creates like a lip, and it will not come off, but it's gonna have to come off. Wow, come on. It's so high, I can't even like freaking Okay. Really, Toyota? You created this monster? That is some serious terminal there. Wow. I've never seen anything like it's kind of crunched in and it's like gripped in. Even though it opens up, but it already made its groove as big as it can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably, this is the farthest this is gonna go. It's not gonna open any more than that. So maybe I can do that at the same time. Holy cow, holy cow. So I'm gonna do both at the same time, turn and lift up. Wow. Hopefully the positive is not like that. There's no way this thing is gonna come off. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna take out the 12 millimeter there. I should have been done by now. This should have been done by now. So I'll take the rest of it. I already got it grounded there, so I don't need to worry about giving it power. So I'll let that sit there. But this thing is not coming off. I'm gonna have to take that off on the side a little bit. So let's take off this side. Let's see how this guy feels about coming off. Oh, the wrong way. Don't know why they did that. I would say replace your terminals every time. Come on, seriously? This is gripped in too. And I gotta have, okay, this is good. This is good, this came out. So now this cannot touch anything, okay? We're gonna lift this battery out of here. Let me remove this guy out of the way. I'm gonna have to take that off. Okay, we didn't take out the 12 millimeter in the bottom. So make sure this doesn't touch that. There you go. Forgot about that guy. That's the bolt. And that is the bracket. So now is the moment of truth for this guy to come out. A little bit forward and then lift out. There goes nothing. There you go. So this is the terminal. Let's take a look at the terminal here. This has got to come off because I got to reuse this. So I would recommend, if the terminal's this bad, see he got all the kind of corrosion on it, buy a new one, but it's crunched in. That's not how it's supposed to be. Don't know why they... Okay, must be a powerful terminal here. It still doesn't want to come out. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna get that off the camera, so I'll be right back. Guys, there's the guy. I got it off. I put 2 pry bars. It took me a good 10 minutes to get that off. So I'm gonna get the new battery. Okay, here's the new battery. We're gonna remove this, we're gonna remove this, put this to the side. We're gonna grab this one-handed. So you gotta kind of tuck the battery in just like that. I'm gonna get this bracket here. Goes like that. The reason why I want to do that now is because later on I'm gonna have that terminal on the way. So I'd rather do it now than later. Let's tighten this up. Perfect. So the battery shouldn't move. We're gonna put this in. Okay. Remember, we didn't loosen this. So I am gonna lock up this little guy. So we got positive here, negative is grounded to the engine mount on the other side, to the bracket, so it has power traveling through it. Okay, this little guy amazed me. Okay, now we're gonna put the negative in. So let's lock up the 12 millimeter first, since we got the socket already on it. And now we're gonna get the 10 millimeter. And lock up. There you go, perfect. Shouldn't move. This closes up, this comes off. This little guy right here, there's 2 holes. If you got a vacuum line, and if it's a different vehicle, you always got to cover this up. Okay, we don't have one for the other side, but we'll make something and put it there. Other than that, we can take this off, put this away. I do like to use this spray here for battery protection sealer. I don't think I have anything in there. There you go. The stuff is good stuff here. Okay, so the part number on this, if you guys want to get this, is item number 80370. Alright, so the car should start up like a baby. Nothing should be loose here, nothing should be loose there. The batteries are mounted down. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching my video. It was a long video, but there you go. We got it in there, guys. And bye-bye.